All right. Hello, everyone. I am here with Mike, the fifth person voted out of Inferno. How are you doing today?
I am feeling very sad about my exit from this game. I really am.
Okay, so first things first, we, started off, you started off this game quite well. Your social game was on point. You were very social with a lot of people. Towards the middle of the pre-merge, like in the beginning, like you were more concerned about winning immunity. So your social game wasn't that good at that start, but then you were able to catch up. And honestly, like very impressed because other people can't do that. Um, so first things first, let's talk about the round you left. Was there anything you could have prevent from going home?
To be honest with you, the only thing I could really prevent is something that I didn't want to prevent, and that is meeting Kevin in person. So I do know this. I do know why I left, and I'm not sure I necessarily respect it, but I understand. And whatever happens, I can't unmeet Kevin IRL. So
So what do you think, other than having an outside connection, do you, let's talk about performances because you chose the extra hard jigsaw puzzle and got a time no one could get, which is 3 hours max. Did you try? Like, I know we've spoken on a confessional. Like, did you even try at least doing it again, trying to perfect the score, trying to do something lower?
yes, I did. Unfortunately, I ran out of time. So the 10 o'clock hour did pass as I was trying to figure out the puzzle again. And I just got so overwhelmed in the meantime that, like, either way, do I regret my decision of going extra hard? Honestly, no. This going into this game, I wanted to challenge myself to the best of my ability, and I did exactly that. So I can't take, there's no taking that away from my experience here.
So let's talk about people that was on your tribe. You had Kevin, Madison, Liam, and Chantel. Um, my lagging. Hello. Okay.
I can hear you. My Zoom does that sometimes.
Okay. Um, so were you close other than Kevin? Because I think that's a known statement. Like you and Kevin were close in this game. Other than that, was there anyone else on your tribe that you wished you could have connected more and like hopefully worked with? And if it is that person, do you feel betrayed by them or anyone else on your tribe?
Um, I think I wanted to work with Chantel. I really enjoyed Chantel as a person in the game, and I adore her. But knowing that because she went through Kevin's Facebook and that's why I was ultimately blindsided, I don't know if I can respect that on a game level because wow, that was something I went into this concerned about. I didn't think it would actually bite me in the ass like that. Uh, I went in there like, yeah, I wanted to work with Kevin, especially with the numbers being as weak as they were for Incendio on Fume. I looked at Kevin as Kevin was about to be my ride or die. Like I promised for months, the next game the two of us ended up in that we would absolutely ride or die this thing. And I was sticking to my word there. But I guess from what I was told 15 minutes before tribal, um, they kind of found out we've met. and that was kind of threatening in a sense. I think. Hang on.
Slight intermission for those who are watching this right now. Commercial break over.
Sorry, Mrs. Just talking to me.
No worries. Let me know when I'm good to talk.
Can you repeat that question again? I kind of got sidetracked.
Was there anyone that you feel like you wanted to get close with? And if it's that person, do you feel betrayed by them, or do you feel betrayed by anyone else on your lines or your tribe?
Okay, so what I was getting at was like I really enjoyed getting to know Chantel. I think I could have done better socially, but at the end of the day, all it took was a Facebook. All it took was a Facebook search, which I was told 15 minutes before Tribal. Chantel went through Kevin's Facebook and saw that we met. That's why I'm sitting here right now. So while, like, I, on a personal level, I adore her. I adore Madison as well. But to keep this shorthand, I would say the person I wanted to work with out of everybody was, or wanted to get to know better, whatever the question was, ADHD, am I right? Was Chantel, and the person I feel most betrayed by is Madison. Mostly because Madison and I went in there as the only two incendios and was hoping we could stick together. And all of a sudden, 15 minutes before Tribal, everything flipped. It was supposed to be Liam going, and it just wasn't.
So, knowing what you know now, because we are, for those that are watching, we are doing this a little late than expected. Um, the players are merged. Um, the person that left, you were also one vote, or technically, yeah, technically one vote away from making the merge. Um, seeing that half of your tribe made it to the merge, how do you feel about that?
Um, my hat's off. My hat. Well, I'm not wearing a hat right now, but honestly, hats off to them. I do know one of my fellow tribe mates did not make it, and honestly, karma's kiss. Sorry, but no. With all, genuinely adore Madison with all my heart. She is a sweetheart. But girl, that was not a good move to make at all. And that's okay because Bestie just so happened to suffer the consequences, I guess.
So, do you think you could have done differently with your gameplay? Like, let's just say you do come back for another season. What is something that you're going to change, or are you going to keep your game the same?
Just try not to play with IRLs. It's the best I can say. No, I would definitely do it all over again. I think my gameplay this time, I think it was solid. Like I was trying to volunteer for as much of the dirty work as I could because that's why I really stepped up to be the final caller for the brain teasers. I stepped up to go first in Family Feud. And even just going right for the extra hard puzzle. I knew no one else was going to want to do that, so I jumped right in. And believe it or not, knowing about the idle clues, that had nothing to do with it. I just wanted to have a good time.
Speaking of, you were able to get an idol clue.
I got 2 idle clues.
Idol clues. Do you feel accomplished at least having some kind of like knowledge of something that could be in the game that you could have snatched?
I fully believe I was this close to snatching a Fume idol.
Uh,
No, but not only having 2 idol clues to myself, but also having access to 4 of the 5 possible, I definitely felt accomplished. I felt like I really was doing something right. I felt like this was my game to do well until what happened. And it to me, it's just I got swap fucked, and it's just a case of bad luck. And despite feeling a certain way about it not too long ago, I walk away with a sense of pride in that sense. Like I can walk away knowing I did the best I could.
Um, Lastly, what would you say to a future player that will apply for Inferno, like an advice that you would give them?
You see this strand of hair right here? Don't do that. Uh, when I filmed my action shot, it's well known. I made a GIF of it. While filming my action shot, I had a mishap and I accidentally set my hair on fire. Try not any future applicants, if you're seeing this, try not to do that. Don't set your hair on fire and try not to play with IRLs. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. So before we end the recording, do you have any last minute things you'd like to say?
Um, Shout out to Prod. I know this is Jen and Topher's like first time hosting, and I want to say, while they are not here, they're doing a fantastic job. Sean, you are crushing this. I am so proud. I had such a good time playing this game, and honestly, shout out to my wonderful prod guest Jessie. She was on the Zoom heckling me while I was doing that puzzle because I was just so overwhelmed. I like needed someone to talk to while I was doing this. And Jesse and friends came through. Jesse obviously like started heckling me and shit, which made it so much fun. It was so made it all that so much more worthwhile. But regardless, I don't think I can ask for a better experience. Well, I could. Maybe second chances or maybe even all stars, but I I'm proud. I really am. Even though 4 idol clues and still couldn't vote a majority once this season, I had fun. I really only went to 2 pits and could only survive one. Sorry, Mac. No, I love Mac. I'm so sad Mac went first like that.
There you have it, everyone. Mike, fifth person voted out of Inferno. Thank you so much for playing, Mike. You don't understand. Like, I personally, for me, on my end of production, I'm proud of you on the game you played, especially like the first round where you took a risk of not socializing and putting your game on the line to actually like win the challenge. And it paid off because from there, when you won, you were like, time to socialize. And you did. You were able to get from the bottom to the top real quick. And then at your first pit, you were a little blindsided taking out Mac, but then you also progress from there. Like, you're like you didn't stop and cry. You fought your hardest. But no, I'm as a friend and as a pride, I'm truly proud of the game you
Thank
played.
you. No, it was fun. Also, just for the recording sake, it's the rumors are true. I was an alternate for 13 minutes.
That is
I
true.
almost didn't play this season, and I can see why. But nonetheless, I'm very glad I did. This was a phenomenal experience, and as far as I can go far back in my memory, I want to say this was my best Survivor or experience, like performance. And I can walk away proud as hell for that.
And with that, that is it. I'm gonna